What's going on, people? Edstar here, back with the Operation Palace video for yesterday's game against Leicester City. Let's be honest, we were really shit. Again, another poor performance this season. I mean, one thing I cannot stand at the moment, is Patrick Vieira's substitutions. In fact, you know what? I'm going to sit down and do this. Sit down on a little wooden thing and sit down and record this very quickly for you. But one thing I cannot stand at the moment is Patrick Vieira's substitutions. I just cannot understand them. I mean, I don't understand why Edouard was taken off, if I'm honest with you. He was definitely he was our best player by far, for me personally. And what does Luka Milivojevic add to this team? What does fucking Jairo Riedewald add to this team? They don't add a single fucking thing, in my opinion. And you know, I just can't understand why Edouard was taken off. And you know, I can't understand why Jordan Ayew, who hasn't scored since April, to go up top he doesn't score. So what are you expecting him to do? To perform miracles, Vieira? I'm sorry, I do not understand your tactical decisions sometimes. I really don't. It's really starting to show why I am starting to get on his back, to be honest. I mean, I appreciate we got a point, but we didn't deserve it. Leicester were the better team throughout the whole game, if I'm honest with you. And I thought we were just really poor. Again, another very poor performance. I don't know how many more times we are going to keep getting away with poor performances. I mean, we were just non-existent. The passing was terrible. The passing in the midfield was just ridiculous. Some of the passing I was watching, I was thinking, what the fuck are we doing? This is one of the worst defences in the league this year. They're bottom of the league fucking table, and it looked like we were the team that were bottom of the table. Do you know what I mean? Leicester had a lot of heart, a lot of desire. I mean, if it wasn't from Vincente in goal, who made some pretty decent saves, you know, they weren't extraordinary saves. Get me when I say that. They weren't extraordinary saves, but let's be fair. We were expected to do a lot more in that game, and I feel very lucky to get away with a point, if I'm honest with you. If we play like that against Wolves on Tuesday night, we are going to get battered. We are absolutely, well and truly going to get battered. And it would not surprise me if we do, because the boys need a response after that. For me, personally, that was a very poor performance. They were there for the taking in the first half. You know, I said at half-time, I thought, well, in this game, you know, I thought, personally, they had the better chances in the first half. You know, with Harvey Barnes going through on goal and Vincente making himself big, you know, to make sure it didn't go in the net, which was good. But I will say this, I mean, I just don't. I think we were very poor. We were not good enough at all. You know, I said after the game, we were very lucky to get away with a point, and I don't really know how to feel after that performance, if I'm honest with you. I feel like we got away with one, but you know, maybe this will give the boys a little bit of a kick up the arse, because in just 2 days' time we're going up against Wolves, and the games are going to keep coming thick and fast for us. So we've got to make sure we're fully sharp and fully ready to take them on. So let's get into my player ratings for yesterday's very disappointing performance against Leicester City. Starting off in goal, Vincente Gaeta, I thought he was very good. Didn't have any problems with his distribution yesterday, which was good. There were a couple of times where I go, get rid of it. And but I will say, the shots he had to face, I expected him to save. So on that performance, I will give Vincente a 7 out of 10. And yeah, I think I'm fairly happy with his performance. Yeah, I was fairly happy with his performance, Vincente. I'll give him a 7. Next, I'm going to go into Tyrick Mitchell. For me, he didn't add enough to the game. I didn't think he was, I thought his passing was rather poor. Had to do a lot of defending, and yeah, I didn't feel he had one of his best games. I thought I'm going to give him a 5, because I thought he was poor. Next, I'm going to go into Mark Gahey. Again, I thought he was poor. He didn't really go further forward as I would have liked him to. He didn't control the defence as much as he would have liked. We allowed a lot of shots against Leicester City. A lot of shots. So that is something that we do need to be careful on, because one of those shots could have gone into the net. And, personally, Gahey and Anderson were not the best yesterday, and we definitely could have improved. So I definitely feel we got away with one yesterday. So I will give Gahey a 5. Next, I'm going to go into Joachim Andersen. I think he definitely tried, but I felt he was very harshly booked in the first half for a challenge that I thought he won the ball on, if I'm honest with you. So I thought he was a bit of on tender hooks for the game. So I will give Anderson a 4, because he did pick up a booking and he looked like he was on eggshells for the whole game, if I'm honest with you. So yeah, not one of his best performances, Joachim, in my opinion, but one that hopefully he can work on. Okay, so next I'm going to go into Joel Ward, and you guys know my thoughts on Joel Ward. I'm not going to get into it. Again, I thought he was pretty shocking yesterday. He gave the ball away an awful lot. He didn't really defend that side against. When Vardy came on, he looked like he was in his pocket. So I think that's one we got away with. So I'll give Ward a 4. Next, I'm going to go into Chet Decore. For me personally, I thought he was our bright spark in the first half. If anything was going to happen, it was going to come from him. I thought he tailed off a bit in the second half, but for that first half performance in particular, I will give Decore a 6 out of 10. I thought he was pretty decent. I'm going to go into Jeffrey Schlupp next. I think he's rather shit. He didn't add anything to the game. His distribution was very poor, and if I'm honest with you, I don't think he should be anywhere near the starting lineup. I thought he was very bad, and again, I think that's another poor performance from him. But you know what Vieira's like. If once his team sticks with him, I think he'll stick with him. So unfortunately, I'm going to go with a 4 for Jeffrey Schlupp. Next, I'm going to go into Wilf Zaha. And what did he add to the game? He didn't really add anything into the game. There's been several times this season where he's just not been any input added to the game, and he just tails off, and I just can't stand it. Like, it's just not good enough from him. He needs to be better. Right? If he wants to be the main man of this team, like literally BT Sport pundits at the start of the game were going, Zaha's our best player, Zaha's our key player. What did he do for the game? What did he do? He didn't do anything for the game, and I'm going to give him a 4. Next, I'm going to go into Eberechi Eze, who had a pretty decent first half. He had that shot that nearly went in. Had the keeper scrambling for a little bit, but he definitely tried. He definitely tried his damned hardest to get further forward for us, but it just didn't come off for him. And I'll give him a 5. Next, I'm going to go into Jordan Ayew. I just don't see what he adds to this team. Further forward for us. Why on earth did he get moved to striker? I've got no idea. It just doesn't understand. I don't understand why on earth he would get put to striker like that. Like, he hasn't scored in 6 months. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, I don't understand why Vieira would move Ayew up front. And it doesn't make any sense to me. It does not make any sense to me whatsoever. And I thought he was poor. I did think he was poor. And I will give him a 4 out of 10. Next, I'm going to go into Odsonne Edouard. I thought he was very decent, to be honest with you. I couldn't understand why he was taken off. And yeah, it does look, it's very, very poor from him. Like, why he couldn't finish. And I just feel that we got away with it. You know, Edward did his best. He did do his best, if I'm honest with you. And I couldn't understand why he was taken off. And for that, you know, I thought for his performance he was pretty solid, so I'll give him a 6. So that's it for this Operation Palace segment of the video. I'm just going to give my final thoughts on the game now. And to me personally, it feels like a little bit of a letdown, to be honest with you. I mean, I was getting my hopes up thinking we could probably win this game. We could absolutely do them here. And they've let me down. They truly have let me down. And, you know, I feel happy to come away with a point. It's better than nothing. But, you know, Leicester were very close to winning that game. And we got away with it. We did get away with it. So that's going to be it for this Operation Palace video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please leave a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. And I'll do the preview to the Wolves game tomorrow evening. I'd say probably about the same time, 3-4 o'clock, something like that. So keep your eye out for the preview on the channel. And yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you later.